Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we have a somewhat exciting and fairly sentimental video, at least for me personally here on the channel, because behind me I have the 2025 Lexus NX450h plug-in hybrid version of the NX. And it was just about a year and a half ago that Toyota and Lexus were kind enough to send me my very first press vehicle. And that of course was the 2023 NX350h, or the standard hybrid version of this vehicle, or this model seen it sitting behind me. And despite there not being a lot of change between the 2023 and the 2025 model year, just some trim, packaging, color, feature changes, things like that, still the exact same generation. I am very excited to get behind the wheel of not only the NX, but the plug-in hybrid iteration, just to see what some of the differences are versus that hybrid that I, of course, tested and made content with. And, just see how my experience and overall opinions are going back to the NX after about a year and a half. So make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned here on the channel for several additional videos on this NX as seen behind me. But in today's video, I simply want to do a quick walk around tour, show you everything that you are going to be getting here with the NX450h plug-in hybrid luxury model with several additional options and features, which brings the price on this beautiful Nori Green one sitting behind me just over $66,000, including destination. So without further ado, let's not waste time and get right into it. So as I just got done mentioning in the introduction, this is the 2025 Lexus NX450h plug-in hybrid version, luxury trim level. So it means it's a pretty well equipped with several additional options and features over that of the standard luxury equipment, finished in the Nori Green exterior with the gray or off beige leather interior. And you can immediately tell this one has the crossbars on the factory roof rails up there for about $395, in addition to those other things which we will be touching on the window sticker here in just a couple minutes. Now, this is the same model generation as that 2023 hybrid that I tested. So if you guys want to check those videos out, those are still very much relevant for the NX, and I am very excited to test out the plug-in hybrid, which I'm getting ready to do a little bit later today. Anyways, taking a look at the front end, you're gonna find the triple beam LED projector headlights, LED daytime running lights, and turn signals with your LED fog lights a little bit farther down here on the front fascia. I absolutely love these projector headlights on a lot of the other Lexus models, so I fully expect them to perform quite well on this vehicle. You have the crest grille finished in the dark gray metallic with the Lexus logo, the 360 camera system just below that, front, rear, and side parking sensors, of course. And there you can see that beautiful green metallic popping here in the direct sunlight. Has been overcast the last couple days, so I'm excited to see this color finally in the daylight. Now, coming around to the side of the vehicle, you'll find a little bit of black plastic cladding around the wheel wells and the lower doors themselves. It's not intrusive. If you're looking for a little bit more body color accents, certainly go for the F Sport models. But as this one sits, I actually don't mind the amount of black plastic that they have on the side of the vehicle. And then coming to the wheels and tires, I believe this is a plug-in hybrid exclusive dark gray metallic wheel. It actually matches the front fascia quite well. It is going to be wrapped in a 235/50 20-inch Bridgestone Alenzis AS02 run flat all-season tire. So a nice high quality all-season that is going to be the run flat. I know some people out there don't like run flats for their ride quality, but I have to say, even the way this one is equipped, I don't have any issues with the damper tuning and just overall suspension. You have body color mirror caps, bright chrome accents. Of course, you have the cameras on the bottom, as well as a little bit of LED projector puddle light, turn signal integration, heated mirrors. You do have auto dimming here on the driver and interior mirror, blind spot detection, and you do have proximity entry on all four door handles, which I absolutely love when manufacturers equip them on the rear doors. Makes easy access to the rear if the vehicle's locked and you just need to quickly grab something out. You have bright chrome accents around the windows with a little bit of gloss black. As I mentioned, you do have the crossbars mounted on the silver roof rails, and this one is to have the panoramic power sunroof that does fully open and retract with those mounted on the vehicle, which is always a nice benefit. And then coming out back, you will find the same styling as the 2023 model. So you have the LED lighting, including the brake lights, running lights, turn signals, and reverse lights, all in this upper housing right here. Love the design, how it kind of goes across the entire tailgate. Bright Lexus lettering and badging. Down below, you'll find those parking sensors. A little bit of gloss black trim here on the left and right hand side, but mostly going to be the standard black plastic. Nice accents here on the left and right side of the bumper. I actually like those a lot. Rear wiper. This one does have the digital rear camera mirror also mounted inside of the glass, which is an important detail because sometimes those cameras are mounted on the exterior, do get dirty, and although they may have washer fluid nozzles to rinse them off, I think keeping it inside the vehicle is definitely the way to do it. So overall, that is going to be a quick look here at the exterior. Let me know what you guys think of this color or just the NX design language in general. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at the window stickers so you guys know exactly how this one is equipped before jumping onto the interior. So take a look at the window sticker. The 450h plug-in hybrid does command a fair premium over that of even the 350 standard hybrid, but it comes standard with several nice luxurious features and options, including the triple beam LED projector headlights. We have a smaller power sunroof with the optional panoramic one, rain sense windshield wipers, heated ventilated front seats, dual zone automatic climate control, the digital rear camera mirror, Lexus Safety System 3.0 with, of course, adaptive cruise, lane tracing assist, etc., heads-up display, and then we have wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay on that nice large infotainment system. Now, in addition to those standard options, this one has quite a few optional features, just over $4,000 worth, including the panoramic view monitor, the 360 camera system, panoramic sunroof, the advanced park, Mark Levinson premium audio system, and a few additional things, which brings the total MSRP, including destination, to $66,764. So taking a look on the interior, as I just mentioned, this is the new macadamia leather interior with the black open pore wood. Now this is a luxury trim level exclusive option in terms of this color palette. So if you really do like the lighter gray, then definitely opt for the luxury trim level. Anyways, starting out here on the door pane, you're gonna find a good amount of soft touch materials, and I really do like the design and overall aesthetic in the NX. So up top, this is gonna be a textured soft touch, kind of a rubberized texture, and then down below you have the genuine leather with the matching stitching. All of this is extremely soft. You have the electronic release door handles with the manual release if, for say, the battery dies or something like that. Power windows, mirrors, and locks. You have power folding mirrors, 3-person memory driver's seat. There's that black accent wood trim with the Mark Levinson premium audio system that this one is optioned with. Definitely like that. Also with a good amount of lower door storage, and they do have the puddle lights a little bit farther down. Lexus stainless steel door sill plate. And there's going to be a look at the power driver seat adjustments with 4-way power lumbar. Nice lighter leather material, pretty much all one color with these sides that are going to be the accented black leather just to kind of distinguish the two-tone effect. And then there is going to be a look at the dashboard, which of course is mostly unchanged from the 2023 that I tested. So here in the interior of the Lexus NX, you're going to find a lot of premium materials, good overall ergonomic design, some updated technology, and a lot of the features that one would expect in this price point and segment of SUV. So in front of the driver, you're going to find a fully digital but partially configurable gauge cluster. So this portion in the center, I believe this is about an 8-inch screen diagonally, is controlled here from the steering wheel and some of these buttons. You can see it does preview up here on the digital cluster as well as out there on the heads-up display. But then you have your fixed in place battery state of charge as well as your fuel tank capacity or fuel level on the right-hand side with some additional LED dummy lights around the perimeter. Now, in this gauge cluster, you have your power meter, which functions as your tachometer. So if you're regenerating, it will be charging and then driving economically or using more power. That will be displayed on that bar. Then you have a digital speed readout in the center, current gear selection, miles per kilowatt hour, or fuel economy if you're running in the hybrid mode, along with your current speed limit on the road you're traveling, ambient exterior temperature, your actual time up there in the top right hand corner, and some additional lights, including your EV only range for the high voltage battery, and then your hybrid vehicle range, which brings in, of course, the gas engine. Coming back to the steering wheel, this is going to be a nice black leather wrap steering wheel with black stitching that, of course, is going to be heated. On the left-hand side, you have configurable buttons for the audio, and you can press this button and it brings you different audio menus, which you can see up there on the digital cluster. And on the right-hand side, you have your lane keeping adaptive cruise control for the Lexus Safety Suite 3.0, which of course includes the lane tracing assist and all of those other functionalities. And then you can also control the heads-up display by toggling that button right there. Do have the paddle shifters with the nice racing design on the back, automatic headlights, auto high beam assist as standard, and you also do have automatic rain sense wipers on the right hand side. To the left of the steering wheel, we have your gauge dimming, trip and odometer reset and toggle. You have your fuel cap release as well as the power trunk open and close button. And this vehicle does have a power tilt telescopic steering wheel, which I absolutely do love. Out there in front of the dash and the driver, you're going to find the heads-up display, which is going to be configurable on the infotainment system as well as through these steering wheel buttons. You can see they are quite interactive, and I really do like the way that they've allowed you to program it with a fairly minimalistic look if you want that, or a full-on display that displays a lot of the same or similar information as the digital cluster. Now, coming over here to the infotainment system, this is going to be the larger screen available, or the largest screen, I believe just over 14 inches diagonally. And then on the bottom, you have your fixed in place climate controls that integrate with some of the hard physical touch buttons here at the bottom. So this does support wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs. Like I said, you do all of your vehicle settings through this display. So you have your driving assist, trip information, energy flow, so you can reset and save all of those as you see fit. This is a cool screen that shows you where the power is actually flowing at the time that you're driving the vehicle. You have a charging schedule that you can set, so you can plug it in at night and only set it to charge at certain times, maybe off-peak hours for pricing, things like that. You have tire pressure on here, all-wheel drive, and then a few other settings are going to be controlled through that digital cluster and steering wheel buttons. Now below all that, like I said, you have your fixed in place climate controls for the heated and ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel, and these do have automatic settings, which I absolutely love and use every time I'm in a compatible Toyota Lexus product. I think the automatic seat controls are some of the best features. Dual zone automatic climate control in these knobs. You can see the current temperature that's set to. You can set it to auto. Front rear defrost, a dedicated volume and power knob, which is a good function there. You have the automatic parking assist as well as your 360 camera buttons hidden to the left of the AC vents, and it gives you a nice little sweep preview. Of course, it does show you around the vehicle, and you can change a few of the different settings and viewpoints over here on the left-hand side of the screen, so nice to see all that. You have your drive mode selection, easy front and center with eco, sport, and normal modes, USB-A and USB-C data inputs over there, wireless charging pad with a nice feature that retracts into the dashboard to allow you 2 more USB-C charging ports and a 12-volt outlet with a little bit of additional storage space. 2 large cup holders that fit. You can see the Yeti 20-ounce Rambler tumbler right there. You have your traditional little Lexus shifter, which I think is very easy to use, very simple with your push to park button. Traction control off. You have a different drive mode here, which gives you, I believe, a little bit of enhancement for terrain or the all-wheel drive system. Automatic vehicle hold. We have the EV hold or the EV charge modes, which changes basically if you're driving only in hybrid vehicle mode, EV mode, and if you press and hold it, it will also put it in charge mode, which will charge the battery up. You can see it's a little bit too full at the moment for that, but will keep the engine running and automatically charge the high voltage battery up upon braking, things like that. And you can also put in auto EV hybrid, which will distinguish when it's best to use EV only and the hybrid system depending on your style of driving. Electronic parking brake. We have the nice lighter stitch armrest. Inside, you're going to find a good amount of storage space, and this does open on both the left and right hand side via those dual hinges. Up top, you have the lighter gray headliner that matches the seating surfaces. You have microphones, LED vanity illumination, digital rear camera mirror with garage home link on the bottom, but this is going to be auto dimming if you don't want to use that function. Overhead LED lighting, the panoramic power sunroof, shade and open and close functions, SOS, and you can see there is going to be the panoramic sunroof. It does have a yellowish tint to it, which I will be mentioning in some of my other content and have mentioned in the last video I did on this vehicle. You can see specifically here on the headrest how that kind of affects the color of the interior, but overall a very nice interior here in the front seat. Let's go ahead and continue and see what you get here in the back. So taking a look here in the back seat, a lot of the materials do carry through, which I absolutely do love. So starting out here on the door panel, all the materials are going to be identical to that of the front, including the soft touch padded armrest, electronic door handle release, and lock and unlock buttons for rear seat occupants. Also, good amount of lower door storage for the rear doors. And then taking a look at the seats themselves and the seating surfaces, materials and all of the colors are going to be identical to that of the front seat. And then stepping inside. The step in is actually fairly easy given this doesn't slope down too much for the rear doors. They open far enough out and the ride height is fairly easy. There's going to be a look here at the front dashboard. Out back, we have AC vents finished in a gloss black, 2 USB-C charge ports, and a 12-volt outlet all down there. Matte pockets on both of the 2 front seats. I like the fact that it's a black leather here on the back of the seat just to hide or keep dirt, footprints, things from showing on this lighter material. I think that's a good choice there. And then in terms of the seats, they do fold down 60-40 split, have a center armrest with 2 additional cup holders. There's your overhead LED lighting on the headliner, and the sunroof does come back almost all the way to the second row seats. And as you can see, in terms of space behind my driving position, I have 3 or 4 inches, plenty of footroom down below, and headroom is not going to be an issue either, with at least an inch and a half of headroom, and the seats are at a good angle for overall comfort. So really here in the back seat, I think the only feature that I would like to see at a given price point like this would probably be heated second row seats, just for that more luxurious experience. But overall, even as this one sits, I think it's very premium, very nice, very comfortable, and fairly spacious in the compact space. Now taking a look at rear cargo capacity behind the second row seats, of course we do have that hands-free power liftgate, which uses a kick automated sensor. And then behind the second row, you can see we have the cargo cover, which can be removed, folded in half, and stored separately. Nice NX carpeted floor mat. On the left-hand side, we have a little bit of additional storage, a 12-volt outlet back here. And on the right-hand side, it looks like we have a little hook, LED lighting that shines down on both sides of the vehicle. And then beneath the floor, we do have additional storage space. There's, of course, the level 1 charge cable, which you can use easily to charge the vehicle overnight. High voltage battery and maybe even 12-volt battery might be located here at the rear of the vehicle. And then on the sides, there is going to be a little bit of additional space, which you can lift these up. And it looks like in this particular vehicle, it is used up for some of the electronics, but I think in other trim levels of the NX, you can go ahead and use that space. And of course, like I said, seats fold down at 60-40 split, with the larger side being on the passenger side of the vehicle. But overall, a fairly spacious amount of room, but maybe a little bit smaller than that, of course, of maybe the Toyota RAV4 Prime, which, just varies in terms of its body style and things like that. Now, wrapping it up here on the passenger front seat, all the materials, things are like that, are going to be identical. We still do have most of the same power adjustments for the seat, minus the lumbar support. So still has height and all the power recline. There's a look at the dashboard. You can see the two-tone effect with the glove box. And then inside the glove box, we have a nice suede kind of felt line material. It looks like it doesn't have LED illumination, but has a good usable amount of space. You can see all of the different stuff in there. And overall, that is going to be a look here at the interior of the 450 hybrid. Now let's go ahead and pop the hood, see what powers this particular vehicle before wrapping this video up. So under the hood of the 450h is arguably one of the aspects that makes this vehicle the most desirable, and that is going to be the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder paired to technically 3 electric motors, 2 at the front end and 1 at the back end. Now, all of this goes through a CVT type transmission. There's no actual mechanical connection between the front wheels and the rear wheels for the all-wheel drive system. It's just the electronic motor out back combined with the powertrain here at the front end that makes it all-wheel drive. Now, one of the motors at the front focuses on actually powering and moving the vehicle. There's a secondary, smaller kind of motor generator motor that charges the battery and also makes the engine stop-start system much smoother than that of, obviously, if they didn't have it. But overall output for this system is going to be 304 horsepower combined, and unfortunately there's no combined torque figure, but it is going to be one of the quickest accelerating NXs within the lineup at about 6 to 6.5 second 0 to 60 time. I think fairly close to the 2.4 liter turbo that you can get in the gas only kind of F Sport variants of this particular model. And then MPG figures and all electric range. It has a 18.1 kilowatt hour gross capacity high voltage battery. I believe about 14.5 to 15 kilowatt hours are going to be usable for a total electric EPA estimated range of 37 miles on electricity, which we will be testing that here in a separate video. So make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe for that. And overall fuel efficiency combined, if you are out of the high voltage battery, just running this as a normal hybrid vehicle, I think in the real world you're going to see somewhere around that 35, maybe 37, maybe even approaching 40 MPG figure But overall, I think it's going to be a fairly efficient vehicle, no matter if you're using it in electricity mode or using it as just a standard hybrid. So that's going to do it here for this quick walk around tour of the 2025 Lexus NX450h plug-in hybrid. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful as usual. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts and opinions on the NX plug-in hybrid down in the comment section below. As I mentioned throughout this video, make sure you guys stay tuned on the channel. I will be creating several different videos on this particular vehicle, range testing it, testing out the all-electric range, see if we can get anywhere near the 37 miles that this vehicle is actually rated at. It is a little bit chillier today, but I think overall the conditions aren't too shabby. And we will be doing, of course, my dedicated driving review video. We're going to have my likes and dislikes, all of that stuff. But if you guys want to check out additional content, either before those videos come out or are curious about the standard hybrid, make sure you guys check out those videos I did with the orange vehicle. Beautiful spec on that particular one. I absolutely loved it. And it is still ultimately very relevant given the vehicle hasn't changed all that much, and that one was basically loaded at the time, I think minus maybe the triple beam LED headlights or something like that. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed and appreciate these videos. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know any of your feedback, comments, or concerns down in the comment section below. And as always, I hope to see you guys in the next one.